Watching how military infantry fighting vehicles are made
really makes you understand why even Elon Musk says
Germany is the true king of precision military engineering. In the military world, these vehicles carry a kind of mysterious power.
to build one that actually passes the test,
You need more than just a solid industrial system.
you also need cutting-edge digital visual analytics.
Only then can it achieve
Pinpoint precision and unleash on the enemy a fireworks show bright enough to light up the sky.
The Lynx, Germany's newest generation of IFV from Rheinmetall, is about 8.4 meters long, 3.73 meters wide, and weighs 43 tons when unloaded.
It can hit speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour with a range of 100 kilometers, powered by a 6-cylinder diesel engine with 4,300 nanometers of torque. It can carry up to 11 special forces troops. Today, we're heading inside Rheinmetall's R&D center in Kiel, Germany.
Step 1 in building an infantry vehicle.
Use high-strength alloy steel as the base material. The raw Lynx frame is welded together to protect against armor-piercing rounds
and reduce the shockwave from shell fragments. Once it's shaped, robotic arms take over, operating scanners that inspect the entire vehicle.
The factory has the dimensions preloaded into its database. Only if the scan data matches the specs can the vehicle move forward to the next step, sandblasting.
This metal cleaning process removes welding residue
and improves long-term durability for protection layers.
during everyday training.
Military vehicles going through water and over hills is just routine stuff. To prevent dents and dings,
The vehicle gets 5 full coats of paint. This process is as complex.
as painting a luxury car.
Next up, the armored seats are installed.
Can you believe just one of these seats
Weighs a solid 45 kilograms. They're made from special metal
and provide full body protection using a 3-point safety design? They're mainly built to guard against explosions and landmines, so you don't get thrown around or accidentally fire your weapon.
Next, a 4.5-ton diesel engine
With 1,150 horsepower and an 18-liter capacity,
is installed at the front of the vehicle.
this one engine alone weighs more than twice that of a regular car.
Another standout feature is the tracks. They need to be installed using a tow vehicle. Look closely. The tracks are dragged into place by steel cables.
And manually pressed down to prevent them from scratching the top of the vehicle.
Then comes the part where both ends are joined, something most people have never seen.
First, the workers take out a spiral-structured bolt and widen the gap as much as possible. They then hook each end of the track to the bolt, with one on each side.
Once aligned, they inflate an airbag device.
And 2 workers hammer it in from both sides.
You can literally watch the tracks snap together in real time. The process might look rough, but hey, it works.
After that, rubber-coated blocks are inserted into the connecting holes.
A few practiced hammer strikes from the expert workers
Complete the full track assembly.
If everything up to now was just an appetizer, then the weapon system is definitely the main course. The Lynx is fitted with a 30mm autocannon.
That can fire 2 different types of rounds. It's also equipped with a 7.62mm coaxial machine gun, designed for engaging infantry and low-value targets.
This is Rheinmetall's most advanced lance turret system to date.
Let's start with the Lynx's 30mm main cannon.
It's the largest component of the turret. It can fire armor-piercing rounds to take out tanks
or airburst shells
against helicopters and slow-moving vehicles.
These airburst shells are programmable for precise detonation points. It can fire up to 200 rounds per minute.
And when the situation calls for it,
it can even be upgraded to a 35mm cannon.
That's better suited for higher threat or anti-air targets. Note the barrel is made of high-grade carbon steel. The latest generation can handle prolonged firing, PI heating, and other intense conditions.
Its barrel threading is precise to the millimeter.
Even the angles of the bolts after tightening
are incredibly uniform. When it comes to working with metal, this is where Rheinmetall Germany truly shines.
Most importantly,
their gear wear resistance lasts 1.5 times longer
than the industry average. meaning unless someone trashes it on purpose, it'll outlive most hardware, and when it finally retires, you could still ship it off to Africa for training.
Honestly, this thing could go head to head with all those second-hand Benz trucks roaming Africa.
It's that tough. What you're seeing here is ammo loading. Compared to regular rounds, these are much larger and longer. The driver's control panel is covered in a sea of buttons.
The weapons system is remotely controlled by the commander inside.
The monitor uses 3rd-gen thermal imaging for fast, high-def targeting and range finding.
If you're thinking of buying one,
just remember, the switch under that lever fires the weapon.
But since this one hasn't been fully installed yet, precise firing can't be demonstrated.
Once the bullets are dropped, a soldier in a special suit immediately retrieves them
and puts them back in the ammo box to be sealed up again.
Not a single round is allowed to go missing.
On each side of the turret, there are 6-barrel smoke grenade launchers. They're mainly used to conceal the vehicle, providing tactical cover.
They can also be used in conjunction with modern defense systems. Everything is controlled by the gunner. No need to expose themselves outside the vehicle. The turret can tilt 45 degrees up and 10 down,
allowing long-range targeting of helicopters and even drones.
If you think this weapon system
still isn't enough for your high-octane needs, on top of the optical rangefinder
and imaging sensors,
they can also add an external machine gun. The 7.62mm machine gun runs coaxially with the main cannon,
primarily for suppressing infantry or basic self-defense.
After weapon testing, they also need to ensure the commander and gunner have full visual access with this high-resolution system. The 3rd-gen thermal imaging system offers high magnification and stability, turning it into a life-saving device for the commander and gunner, especially its high-speed imaging channel.
As soon as the commander spots a target, the gunner can use multiple sensors to execute a precise shot.
So if you ever see this thing, don't stick around.
Run, just run.
To handle extreme weather conditions, Rheinmetall made it operable from 46C to plus 49C.
It's got full environmental adaptability.
Below the smoke launchers are 6 main cameras,
mounted around the turret in all directions. For complete 360-degree vision, the system includes high-res imaging with auto-tracking.
Let's not even go that far. Just 10 years ago,
footage like this would have been top-secret military intel. So why now?
Why are they suddenly willing to show it to the public? Let's take a look at its other weapon, the anti-tank missile system.
Its official name is POMELS, or Missile System Long Range.
2 missiles are mounted on either side of the turret,
for a total of 2. This is the Lynx's signature anti-armor capability,
guided via infrared seeker or data link.
It has a max range of 5.5 kilometers. Sure, it's no tank,
but for an infantry fighting vehicle,
that's seriously impressive firepower.
Because IF-3s are designed for high mobility,
they support tanks in fast-paced operations. In short, they're built to punch in and out, fast and deadly.
That's one of the main reasons why so many countries are investing heavily in them, worried about running out of fuel while driving it around.
Just roll up to any gas station nearby.
They'll top you off for free.
No 95. No 90 to required, just fill it with standard number 0 diesel. Only downside, that fuel gauge drops real fast. Meanwhile, in the workshop, the turret is being installed. Just like you'd expect, the turret is designed for quick swaps.
Because in combat, the turret takes the most damage.
That's why it uses a modular mount system. If it gets blown off by the enemy, you can just patch it up and roll out again.
Now, it's time to load the ammo. These smaller tracer rounds are primarily used by the machine gun. First, the ammo belt is placed into the vehicle. Then it's manually screwed in from the other end.
Once it's fully secured, the gunner can take control and proceed with a live fire test.
To make sure the gunner hits the mark, the cockpit is also equipped with targeting imaging. Take a look.
The smaller rounds are fired from beside the main cannon.
If the enemy's firepower is light,
this method works perfectly. But the Lynx's futuristic tech doesn't stop there.
Next up, our final big reveal.
First, you're looking at noise isolation normally seen in luxury cars.
It's used here to test the vehicle's internal seal and sound insulation. Engineers place the Lynx in a soundproof chamber to isolate the noise.
Then they run diagnostics to monitor performance.
Only after it passes every inspection will it move on. Then comes optical analysis,
where you'll witness the terrifying power of thermal imaging.
The auto-tracking system can monitor targets in real time.
Once the lock-on is precise, what awaits the enemy is nothing but screams and a hellish storm of inescapable firepower.